Alright, this is a video of how to make a adapter plate, and this is a Ford F-150 transmission that we're going to. This is a 9-inch motor, and our first thing to do is to get a plate and cut a hole in it. You can do this either with your torch and then grind it out with a 4 1/4 inch grinder that's a little wore down so that it fits exactly in there. And then of course you got the challenge of drilling these 4 holes to line up exactly. And it's important that all this stuff is very exact, because we don't want any wobbling around. See, we got a little wobble there, but once we get our bolts in there, that'll tighten up. But we want that to be as tight as possible, because if it isn't, when we unbolt this and bolt it back together, we run the risk of the thing being not quite as center as it was when we started the job. So we got our one plate for the motor. We need another plate for the transmission, and we also need our coupler. Now, this is a coupler I made the other day, and I have a video of how I made it. Maybe too hard for me to unlock here. I might have to pause this. Alright, this is the Lovejoy coupler, and as we showed on the other video, we bored him out so that this guy would just fit inside. And the nice thing with the Lovejoy is that you get a little bit of flex here, so that if he isn't perfectly in line, it won't be a problem. And I showed on the other way of doing that is where we bore this out and press it into a sleeve of some sort. And this is one I did a while ago, and you can see he's got a little bit of wear on the teeth. It's very hard to get this perfectly centered up. So because it's hard to get that centered up so perfect, I like to go with the Lovejoy. It gives you a little bit of flex there. It also gives a little bit of flex on the transmission to motor. If you when you're accelerating and whatnot, it's not just a clam bang. And the clutch has that in it too. It has got the springs to take up that little bit of flex. Nice thing with the Lovejoy coupler is that it works in both directions. To take up, and then here's the part that goes on the motor. We got an 1 1/8" shaft, and it bolts right on. There's the neoprene. These are the expensive ones, and they're made out of hard plastic. The rubber ones also will do pretty well. It depends on what power you are at and how long you want it to last. I had this very setup on my third electric vehicle, and I was towing a trailer. Total weight was 5,800 pounds, and this lasted for, I think it lasted 10 years. Lasted quite a long time, and that was the old rubber style. So of course, you know, these are more money, but they also make these in bigger sizes. This is called the 100. I believe this is the L100, which that's a good size for low-powered stuff. When I say low-powered, we'll say about the same power as a 4-cylinder engine. Not a 2K Zilla with 360 volts.